Okay, sorry. All right, welcome to homework help for 3.2. So I was wrong in class. I told you this was the go part of your homework. It's not. It's the ready part. My bad. Okay, anyways. So you're simplifying the radicals. So I'm doing number 3. I have the cubed root of 16. So I'm going to write all my factors. I'm going to do my prime factorization of 16. So when I think of 16, two numbers to multiply together to get 16. There's 1 and 16. That doesn't help a whole lot. 2 and 8. I'm going to do 4 and 4. 4, 4. It doesn't matter where you start. You'll get there eventually. 2, 2, 2, 2. Right? 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And then you can't break these down anymore. These are your prime factors. So I'm going to write them underneath the radical. 2, 4 2s. 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. I feel so happy and holiday. Okay. You're taking a cubed root. So you're looking for groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. Those get to go out. This one has to stay inside. So that would be 2 cubed root 2. Yes. Okay. That's number 3. And then you're done. Done with number 3. Okay. Number 7. The 5th root of 160. The 5th root of 160. Start with writing out your factors of 160. I'll do it over here, just to mix it up. Two numbers that equal 160. The first thing I think of is 10 and 16. 10 times 16 is 160. You also do 2 and 80. Whatever you want to start with. Ooh, start with is fine. You'll get there eventually. Break down 10. 5 times 2. Break down 16. Oop, that was off center. All right. And then all of your prime factors. Oh, that's a lot. All right. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. Well, you might already know what to do with that, but I'll write them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 5. Okay, the 5th root. So really, if you wanted to, you could rewrite this 2 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then times 5. Oh, there's 5th root here. Well, that would come out because it's the 5s would cancel each other out, so your 2 comes out, and you're just left with a 5. The way that I feel like I always thought about it is, okay, the 5th root, so I'm looking for a group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 2 would come out. And you're left with the 5 inside. Okay? It's kind of a new thing. I'll do one more. Let me look. Hold on. Okay, number 8. Square root of 45. At some point, maybe you'll get to where you can do some of these in your head. Some of you will, maybe. I don't know if I ever got really good at that. All right, 45. So you're going to break it down. I'm going to do 9 and 5. 5's already prime, so we can circle 5. And then let's break down 9. 3 and 3. All right. So 3 times 3 times 5. We're taking the square root, so we're looking for groups of 2. Ta-da! Okay, So it would be 3 times the square root of 5. Okay. Number 12. So for 10 through 12, it says to find the arithmetic means for the following. Show your work. Oh, it says finding arithmetic and geometric means and making meaning of rational exponents. You may have found arithmetic and geometric means in your prior work. Finding arithmetic and geometric means requires finding values of a sequence between given values from non-consecutive terms. Okay. So I'm going to do number 12. Just by glancing at it, it looked like it was maybe the least fun. I don't know. So, arithmetic means. In class, we've been doing geometric. Arithmetic, you're adding the same thing each time. Arithmetic means I'm adding or subtracting the same thing each time. Let's see. So I have to fill in all my missing values. So, who do I start with? Well, really don't want to start with. Oh yeah, okay, fine. Hold on. Okay, so I start with 12. 12. And then, so this time I'm adding or subtracting something each time. Let's see. 1, 2, well, wait, let's pick a letter for that. So actually, let's look. So 12 to -6. If I'm going from 12 to -6, that means I'm subtracting something because I'm going from a bigger number to a smaller number. So it's going to be minus, pick a letter. This is where you pick a letter. I don't know. We'll do W. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. But you're not multiplying by W. Okay, so don't write it as an exponent. You're not multiplying by W. Okay. You're subtracting by this number 6 times. I'm subtracting by W 6 times. And that should be equal to, wait, was that 6? Yeah, equals -6. All right, now you need to solve for W. So the first thing I'm going to do is add 12. Nope, subtract 12. Subtract 12 from both sides. Over here, I'm just left with -6W equals -18. All right, then what? Divide by -6, divide by -6. W equals 3. Ta-da! So I'm multiplying by 3. See, I even said it wrong. I'm subtracting 3 each time. Let's go red. So 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 3, 6. Go ahead and fill out this table in your homework. And hopefully you'll get -6 at the end. 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. And -3 minus 3 is, in fact, -6. Okay, what else do we need to do? Or was that it? That was it. Okay, so that's number 12. So if it's arithmetic, you're not going to have an exponent, right? This is, we made a linear equation. If you were to write the linear equation for this, it would be y equals your slope, -3x, or w, and then while we're here, what would our y-intercept be? Just because now I'm writing the equation, so let's figure out our y-intercept. Just do your pattern backwards. So 12 plus 3 would be 15, and that fits our pattern. 15 minus 3 is, in fact, 12. Okay? You don't have to do that part. I just want you to realize that arithmetic is going to give you a linear equation. You're not going to have an exponent because you're adding or subtracting. Okay, I'm subtracting by W 6 times. So that's negative 6W. Okay. Okay, now you're finding the geometric means. This is, or the geometric, yeah, means. Now you're filling in these blanks, and they tell you it's geometric. This is number 14. All right. Okay. So, starting with 7, pick a letter, any letter you want. I'm going to go with T. All right. Geometric. That means we're multiplying by T over and over and over and over and over. So I'm multiplying by T 1, 2, 3 times. Right? Because T times T times T, T cubed. Okay, and that should be equal to 875. First step in solving this equation for T is we're going to divide by 7. I don't know what that is. T cubed equals, so those cancel. T cubed equals 875. Oops. Divided by 7. Okay, is 125. And then we're not done. We have to take the cubed root of both sides. T equals, aha, I don't need my calculator for this one. The cube root of 125 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. Okay, so you're multiplying by 5 every time. So then go ahead and fill in your 2 missing slots. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 times 5, 180. Nope, 175. Ta-da! So that's like we've been doing in class. All right. Okay, number 17. So now we're filling the table of values, okay, and find the factor used to move between the whole numbers as well as the factor used to move between each column of the table. Okay, so they want us to find what are we multiplying by between our whole numbers, and then what are we, then like we've been doing, what are we multiplying by each time? Okay. I mean, I like to figure out the whole numbers first, if I can. You don't have to. I like to. I don't know. So they told us we're multiplying. So what are we multiplying to get from 4 to 2? 4 to 2. From 4 to 8. 4, so this is times 2. Okay. So that's from 0 to 1 is times 2. So every, what are these? Oh, it doesn't say. We'll make these years. So from the beginning to the first year, we multiply by 2. So then to get from the first year to the second year, we also multiply by 2, which is 16. And we just figured out f of c? What do they call it? Yeah. So they want you to call it f of c. No, that doesn't make sense. Really? Okay, yeah, f of w. F of w. That's just what they write in your book. So that's the factor for the whole numbers. Factor for the whole numbers. Factor for the whole numbers. Which is, we just figured out, is 2. Multiplying by 2 between the whole numbers. Okay, let's find our in-betweeners. So we're starting at 4. And then go ahead, pick a letter, any letter you want. I'm going to do M. All right? And I'm just going to use these. So I'm multiplying by some number M. 1, 2. 2 times. And that should be equal to 8. go ahead and solve for m. Divide both sides by 4. M squared is equal to 2. But then you have to take the square root of both sides. M equals, just leave it, don't change it into a decimal, the square root of 2. Now you can fill in your table. So I have 4 times the square root of 2, which once again would be some decimal, just leave it like that. And then to get 8, that's 4 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 2. 4 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 2. That's the same thing as, so that, and then you would have 4 times 2, which is, in fact, 8. Woohoo! Okay? And then you'd multiply by it again, so you would have 8 times the square root of 2. And then same thing would happen. You would have 8 times square root of 2 times square root of 2. So you would have 8 times 2, which equals 16. So f of c is equal to the square root of 2. If you want to just write it, this is what I meant to show you this yesterday, and then I forgot. So erase this. So let's try and figure out 16. Sure. Okay, so I start out with 4, and I multiply by the square root of 2, and that gets me there. I multiply again by the square root of 2, and that gets me there. I multiply again by the square root of 2, and that gets me there. Okay. And then that should be 16, right? Yes. So now this is all the things you're multiplying that should equal 16. Square root of 2 squared, square root of 2 squared, right? Which is just 4 times 2 times 2, which equals 16. Okay. All right. Woo! Okay. The last part of your homework, the actual Go problems, 19 through 24. Find the desired values for each function below. So I wrote down 20, g of negative 4. So they want us to find g of negative 4. Okay, so whatever is inside your parenthesis, that's what x is. So g of negative 4 equals, substitute negative 4 in for x. Negative 4, and then times 2. Okay, well, with our exponent rules, we know that that is also 1 over 3 to the 4th times 2. Are we solving these to find exact values? Oh, we are. Okay, well. All right, 3 to the 4th. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. So that would equal 2 over 81. All right, let's do, what else do we have to do for this one? Oh, then they tell us g of x equals 162. So they tell us that g of x is equal to 162. We need to find x. So 162 equals 3 to the x times 2. Okay, so we're solving for x. The first thing you're going to do is get rid of this 2. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. 162 divided by 2. I can't do it. My brain's tired, guys. 80, 81. Oh, dear. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, geez. 81 equals 3 to the x. Ooh, we haven't learned how to solve these. Okay, but you can think about it. Actually, you can use our answer from before. 3 to the x is equal to 81. So 3 times itself, how many times is 81? 3 times itself, how many times is 81? 4. Didn't we just figure that out on the first one? Oh, it was 4. But yeah, so 3 multiplied by itself, how many times equals 81? 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. Okay, the last one they have is 1/2. So hold on. G of 1/2. So are we going to substitute 1/2 in for g of x or for x? For x. So g 1/2, 3 to the 1/2 times 2. You cannot multiply these together and get 6 to the 1/2. You cannot do that. You have to do exponents first. So today, what did we learn? How else can you write 3 to the 1/2? You can write 3 to the 1/2 as the square root of 3. Remember, this was from the beginning of our class. All right? There's an invisible 1 here, and there's a 2 here. 1/2, and then times 2. So that looks stupid, so I would write it the other way. 2 times the square root of 3. Oh. Hold on. Sorry, the book and I got different answers there. But pretty sure I'm right. So there you go. The book got 2 times the square root of 2. And no, it would be taking the square root of 3. So this is your answer for number 20. Goodness gracious. I think you can do the rest. You're substituting in whatever number they give you. Just make sure you substitute in the right spot, either for, g of x or for x. So make sure if it's like, I don't know, h of 3, you're substituting 3 in for x. If it's h of x equals 5, then you're trying to find x. So you're substituting 5 in for h of x. All right? I'm going to let you go. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.